remember so clearly. It seems like just the other day. We were two kids falling in love. But now we're full.
Hey, what's going on, family? What's going on? Thank you guys for joining us again. Welcome to AP and Toya Podcast. We appreciate you guys taking your time out of your schedule and just talking to your family. What's going on, y'all? I'm AP.
And I'm Latoya. Hey, family.
That's
What's
right,
up?
y'all. You know, you're here with your family, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your friend. I don't know what age range you all listening.
Old. Here with your auntie.
You might have some young people listening too. You never know, man. But we just thank you guys so much.
Welcome. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys so much. Hope you're having a good week. And we're excited. We have a great podcast on today. My wife came up with a super topic, and I thought it was something that needed to be done. But how you doing today, Boo?
Thank you, Boo. I am
else?
good. I got my tea. I'm good. The weather is good. You know, I always get excited about hot weather.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the 80s all week. That's my kind of weather. That's not your kind of weather.
That's right. We're in the Northeast, so, you know, y'all in the southern part, y'all done been getting good weather all the time.
Yeah.
We're just now getting, some sunshine, the mid-80s consistency.
Definitely getting that, yes.
Yeah, man.
That weather that's reminding you that summer is around the corner. I'm
That's
all
right.
about it. Sunshine and everything. I got some Panera yesterday, and the drive-through lady was like halfway out through the window. She was like, "How are you doing? How are you enjoying this weather? Isn't it so nice out here?" She's like, "Extra."
That's weird.
The kids, when we drove off, the kids were like, "Okay," but she was so excited. She was like, "Oh my gosh, the breeze and the wind and the sun and just the way it hits your face. Oh my God."
As you can tell, my wife is
she is so my sister.
person.
I was like, "Oh my God, can I have your number so we could chat?"
You made that situation way weirder than it had to be.
Oh my gosh, no, it was so awesome. She was so happy about being at work. It was nice to see somebody. I don't know, just as excited about the weather as I am. But yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm happy.
Well, as you can see, my wife is a summer person, you know what I mean? So she's very excited.
Who isn't
about
a
what's
summer
going
person?
on.
I mean, you're not a summer person.
I just hate the heat, but anyway. But so yeah, with all that being said, y'all, we just wanted to catch y'all up. But yeah, so we're gonna have a great topic on today. My wife went with a super duper topic, and I thought it was something that was relevant, seasonal wise, but also relevant in our
personal lives.
Personal lives, yeah, man. And so today's topic is spring cleaning.
Yes,
and,
spring cleaning.
Yeah, we're going through a spring cleaning here in our homes. And my wife, we had a little bit of a
little situation,
little experience yesterday. We wound up getting a landscaper at our home.
Yes.
And
so we're homeowners,
yeah.
and when we first bought this house, it's beautiful. It's surrounded by trees. It's in a beautiful community, and it's just like a lot of land, a lot of trees. And initially when we drove up, it was just like, oh my God, so beautiful. Like the driveway surrounded by trees on both sides. The house is surrounded by trees. And it was just like, yes, nature all around me.
Yeah.
But of course, all those leaves, what goes up must come down.
Must come down. All those trees.
Those trees, all the leaves, all the land, all the clearing of the leaves. It just didn't occur to me that we would have to pick up all those beautiful leaves that was going to fall down.
Yeah. So just real quick, sorry to cut you off, Boo. Just to paint the picture for you guys, you can almost say we live in a tree house, right? And that was one of the things that our house is in a nice.
So it was my dream to live in a tree house, right?
Yeah.
To be surrounded by nature.
Gotta make the wife dream come true.
So I got that dream.
Yeah, and so we're surrounded by trees. I mean, it's just a lot of trees around. And as my wife said, obviously when the season changes, you get leaves everywhere. So long story short, we were still getting used to being homeowners. It was just too many leaves, so we let them just kind of chill. So we got a landscaper.
I don't think we just let them chill. It was just like they were just falling. There's
so
many leaves. There's just so much leaves, so much land to clear. It was just like we thought we can do it by ourselves.
Yeah,
when we actually got out there, we're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like this is a lot of leaves.
Right. So we wound up finding a landscaper, and he came through and he started blowing all the leaves and stuff like that, and it was just. The craziness is that we had so many leaves. It was probably leaves here before we even, bought the house. But it was just so many leaves here. When he blew everything, it was just like dirt. So now no grass under the leaves. None of this. It was just dirt. dirt, rocks, sticks, all the stuff. And so now, our front lawn and our backyard look like we just got a big dirt patch. And so and so my wife is freaking out. I'm at work. She's like, "Oh my gosh,
I was so stressed, like
what is happening?"
Legit stressed, because I just didn't think it would look like that when all those leaves were like raked up. It was
so
just
bad.
like
She was like, "We should have left the leaves."
It was just like so many layers of leaves that now it just looks like a dirt patch all over. And now we're like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do with our land? Because now it just looks like somebody just came and dug up everything and just left like just dirt everywhere.
And look, just to paint the picture, like you know how dogs digging grass, and when they dig, they just leave like just digging, they leave dirt. That's what it look like. It
looks like dirt, rocks. It looks like a construction site, man. Like
a construction site.
My lawn is looking really crazy right now. In my Pinterest head, right? That is just not how I thought it was gonna look. I thought maybe it'd be some grass under there. I mean, I don't know. I just didn't think it would look like a construction site.
Dirt. So
I say
short,
all of that. Yes, I say all of that to say. So it got me thinking yesterday of just about spring.
Wait, we got to finish the thing though. So now that we're down to the soil, we're down to the bottom of everything that was on our lawn, our dirt.
We're starting new.
Starting
fresh.
Fresh dirt. Fresh everything. So now we have to, build this thing up to make it to be something beautiful that we want it to be. So my wife,
because anybody trying to have outside looking like a construction site.
Right.
Like when I roll up to my driveway, that's just not what I envisioned I was gonna see.
Right. And so my wife and her beautiful mind, she was like, we should do a podcast about spring cleaning.
My wife and her beautiful mind. I love that. Thank you. What you want?
What you want? I want.
Yes. So, okay.
Anyway, so my wife, so I'll let you take it over from here, boo. We wanted to call this spring cleaning, and
we wanted to call it spring cleaning, and I'm excited about this topic. Well, I'm always excited about all of our topics, but I'm excited about this topic because yesterday I was so stressed out. I'm like, oh my gosh, like the kids are like, Mom, I think you should have left the leaves. Like it just looked better with the leaves down. And I'm like, no, like we couldn't have just left the leaves. Like we just can't have dead leaves like just all over the ground. So I started thinking about spring cleaning. I started thinking about things that I needed to spring clean, and not just outside of the house but inside of the house. And usually spring everyone's like, you're taking down the spider webs, you're dusting, you're cleaning out your closets, you're getting rid of the old, bringing in the new, or trying to decide some things that you want to get rid of in your house. So I just kept thinking about spring and just all the things that I needed to clean, into some things that I need to work on, not just in my home, but in my mind, my body. Like I just started having this whole experience yesterday as I was, just walking around outside, looking at like, the land, and just like, wow, like it just hit me like, not only do I need to work on this, but there's some things personally that it needs to be spring cleaned in my life.
Some things in our lives need to be broken down into the foundation. They need to be broken down to just the dirt and the soil, to get rid of all the stuff that is on top of it. We need to say, okay, what areas in our life do we need to make sure that we can clean out so that we can now beautify ourselves, our lives, our prayer life, our spiritual, whatever it is, we need to clean some things out. So we wanted to talk about some things that we felt that in our lives personally, and we hope that during this podcast and by the end of this podcast, you can always make a list of some things that you want to clean out in order to make sure that you have a better chance to have a beautiful picture at the end. And so we want to kind of, make a little transparent on ours.
To live a free life.
Yeah, to live a free life, man.
That's my goal right now, to live a life that is free, and that just really just glorifies God.
That's right. So you want to start, boo? We're gonna go through our list of things, our personal things, and hopefully it triggers some thoughts for you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna be a little vulnerable in this podcast.
Yeah,
a little transparent. So the first thing for me that I need to really spring clean is just taking care of my body, man. The older that I get, I just need to, you start having aches and pains in all areas of your body. Things just start working like, don't be working like they used to be working. So yeah, for me, the first thing that's on the top of my list right now is just taking care of my body. Just, I told myself I don't have to do this like big mass transformation, but I need to start slowly every day. Because usually when I'm like, all right, I'm going to eat healthier, I'm going to be on a diet, I'm going to work out. Like I try to go 100 and then I just fall off because I'm just trying to do the most.
Yeah.
When life starts to come back in, things with the kids, work, and having to do all the stuff that you have to do every day, it's just like, I told myself it doesn't need to be a big major overhaul. Like it just needs to be like, so I started saying just, I'm going to put one thing in my life, do one thing different a day. So I started drinking more water. So every day I'm like, all right, I'm going to drink 64 ounces of water a day. Like I'm just going to start little by little, start adding water. And then next I'm going to start adding vegetables. I'm going to start little by little. So that's my big thing right now. Just trying to take care of my body, take care of this temple, man, feed it well, and just love it through healthy food and water. That's my struggle.
You found out you ain't got no Megan Thee Stallion knees no more.
I don't have Meg knees.
Can't twerk like you used to.
But my knees ain't that bad though. Let me tell you, I had this convo with my girlfriends, right? And after this whole Meg knees thing came up, it was so weird because I think women out there really trying it and like in front of their mirrors, because it came up with my girlfriends and and I'm like, I don't have Meg knees, but like they surprisingly weren't that bad.
You
like
got Betty knees.
I got Betty knees. Look, my knees were surprisingly okay.
Knees.
So I was like, I thought it was just me trying this in the mirror to see if my knees was gonna hold up and not give out on me. But my girlfriends tried it too, and they're like, we don't got Meg knees, but we surprisingly got okay knees. And I'm like, okay, girl, we gonna work with what we have, okay? We gonna work with what we have.
That is hilarious.
We gonna work with what we have. So women out there in front of their mirrors testing their knees out. I mean, you can't wait till it's about to go down to test your knees out. Because we've seen how that's worked on Instagram and Facebook. People trying to test their knees out just on stage. Did you see that video with that lady? She was on stage thinking she had Meg knees and then she fell off of the stage. Yes. So you got to practice in the mirror, ladies. You just can't be waiting until the moment happens. Then try to test your knees.
God.
I mean,
that's when you know it's time to drink some more water.
Time to drink more water. Test it out in your free time in front of your mirror. One day in front of the mirror, I was just like, you know what? I'm about to give these good old knees a test.
Let me see. Do it right now.
No, I'm gonna do it right now. But
we didn't go to visual podcast yet, so I gotta.
No, I would not be testing my knees out, even if it was a visual podcast.
Let me see.
You guys see it on a special moment. You just don't be testing your knees out just randomly.
Oh gosh! All right.
But yes.
So my wife's first one, she said she wants to make sure that she's healthy and make sure that she's. I'm like laughing and I don't fell down on my couch. I'm away from the microphone. Okay.
I'm trying to work on these. I didn't know that was a goal, but I guess I gotta add that goal to my body thing. Get them Meg knees, get them Sierra knees. I mean,
God. You know our health insurance won't cover all that stuff.
Look.
Oh God.
My exercise bike about to come in, so
yeah, man.
I'm about to have.
I think that's number one for all of us. I mean, for at least for our family, we decided that we wanted to make sure that we just get healthier, man. My wife and I went to the doctor recently just to get check, make sure we're all good. And, go to the doctor too. If you're not
getting your annual checkups,
please go.
Make yourself an appointment.
Yeah, and so it's okay. But so we went and we got some blood work back, got some got all our stuff checked out, and we want to make sure we were good for our family and stuff. And so one of the things that came out is that we got to make sure that we lose a little bit of weight and make sure we're maintaining a healthy.
Lose a lot of bit of weight.
Yeah, and so that's one of the things we want to do. So. Yeah, I think that's one for me too, but just making sure I take care of my temple, making sure that everything that I do is better. And so, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I have a hard time doing stuff. My mind is always there, but then something happens, and it's just like, I'm all right, man. I ain't nothing aching me, ain't nothing this, ain't nothing.
You
that.
like fried chicken?
I like fried chicken.
You like fried chicken? If you had an option to choose something to eat, you gonna pick Popeyes?
Not as much anymore though,
because I love Popeyes.
I do, but. I love that chicken from Popeye. But no, last time I had Popeyes, I was like, man, I feel like my heart jumping. I don't know. I was like,
I just can't do it for me.
Let me stop, because Popeyes might be a sponsor one day. We can't be here talking about Popeyes. Anyway, I don't know. We
Well, one day it's
Popeyes
sponsor. We're
sponsor.
gonna like chicken. We're gonna like Popeyes.
All
Yeah.
right. But yeah, so we got to make sure that we take care of our bodies and stuff like that.
So you were saying, like, sorry to cut you off. You were
Yeah.
saying your mind, because this might help somebody out there. Like your mind's there. Like you know you should eat
Oh
healthier.
yeah. So my mind is there, and I'm like, I got to do this. I got to make sure that I'm good for my family. I got to make sure that, I just want to be around. I got 2 beautiful daughters and a son who's growing faster. Each day he'll be driving soon, and it's like, I just want to make sure I'm around. I'm around, not just there physically, but I want to make sure that I'm dad. I don't want to be around and I'm in a bed somewhere in the middle of the living room. I need to make sure my behind is healthy enough to be around my kids. And so
Yeah, because I'm not trying to wipe your butt.
yeah, I know, man. You know how you do, especially now with them knees you got. But anyway, so yeah, so that's one for I think both of us. But my first one, or my second one is, and I might be still my wife's too. It's so true though. My prayer life, and so you guys, if you follow us on social media, we pray for you guys. Try and pray every other day. At least I try and pray every other day. If my wife and I can't do it together, but I need to make sure that I up my prayer life even more. Now, usually when I'm in a car by myself, I'm driving somewhere. Me and God have a nice little conversation. We talk, and stuff like that. But I feel I need to personally get more in His presence. Like carve time out of my day to just be silent, be in my room, be on my knees. Just be able to just hear from God. And I think sometimes I fit God into a window of, okay, well, I'm driving from here to here, so I'm gonna talk to you from here to here. Or I gotta pray for my podcast family, so I'm gonna pray this morning and then I'll pray at night. Like, no, I need to really set aside time to make sure that I'm communicating with God on a daily basis. And so I just feel like when my prayer life is right, my spiritual life is right, then everything else is right. With me, my family, my marriage, things are right because that connection with God is there. And so whenever it's, hard times come up or I'm frustrated and stuff like that, it's not like, I'm a foreign person to God. We're never a foreign people to God, but I feel guilty sometimes talking to God when I only need stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I got to make sure that I am clearing out all the stuff in my schedule to make sure that I set time aside to talk with God. I set time aside to do this podcast. I set time aside to pray for you guys. Set time aside to post on social media. I need to set time aside to make sure that I'm communicating with God and making sure that spiritual connection is there. And so we always talk about being mind, body, and soul. Mm-hmm. This is truly something that I need to make sure that my soul is being purged from a lot of things in my heart and my soul are being purged away, so that this way I can clean those things out, so God can start to trust me and reveal some new things into me. So my prayer life, I feel, needs to be way better. What about you, Boo? What's your next one?
I mean, I think we could all agree that our prayer life needs to be better. I got a little suggestion for you that would bless your whole life.
What's up?
Because I have this beautiful mind that you told me.
Oh gosh, what's about to happen now? Go.
So I you wake up early every morning, and this is for all our listeners out there too. I feel like sometimes we have the moments like just how I was saying, it doesn't have to be like this big grand thing. Like I'm just gonna, start drinking water daily, replace it with sodas, and start doing little steps to kind of get to that big goal that we're trying to reach. Mm-hmm. We don't realize the consistency and just the little things can get us there. I think for you, you wake up early every morning and we're all still asleep. The kids are asleep. I'm asleep. And you have the whole quiet, like you have the whole house to yourself early in the morning. Every morning your body wakes you up. Whether you went to bed late or not, at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, you're up. So I think that's the perfect time. And I know last podcast you talked about this, your friend taking the bathroom time to go. So you're in the bathroom for like hours. So that would be the perfect time not to to leave your phone. Leave your phone.
Oh yeah.
Leave your phone, and use that time and talk to God. Like you could legit get up more than an hour every morning because you're up so early. Yeah. I've been encouraging you to do this for years now. Like
that's
you
true.
could have a crazy prayer life. You talked about last time when you were at work too. Praying at work. Maybe going in sometimes if you have to be there 5 o'clock, go in for 4:30 or going a little earlier and just sitting in the prayer room and just kind of, laying it all out there for God, before God.
That's one of the perks of working for a church.
So you have, I feel like you have, you have time and opportunities definitely to help your prayer life. For me, it's, sorry, I'm just being a wife.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Telling you all these things.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just encouraging you. I'm just encouraging you in that area. But for me, it's reading the Bible. I think I talked about this last episode too. That of all people, Will Smith has inspired me to read my Bible. I just listened to an interview with him, and he was just saying, like, he's not a Christian, but he's read the Bible so many times. And not only has he read it, he's read it with his entire family.
Mm-hmm.
They've read it multiple times. Like they had almost like a competition in their house, like who could read the Bible. He said their Bibles are all highlighted and they have scriptures memorized, and I think he practices multiple religions. So, but just the fact that he wasn't a Christian and that he read the Bible and he read it with his entire family, I was like, oh man, like I am a Christian. I've been a Christian for years and I haven't read the Bible in its entirety. So my thing right now, this morning I woke up, I'm studying the book of Esther now. I just love that book. So I just woke up and just turned it on and just kind of have it laying in the bed and just looking outside and just listening to it. So I got a new study Bible for Mother's Day. Thank you, boo.
You got it, baby.
I'm so excited about that. But yeah, that's my second thing is just reading. I'm working on my spiritual life also. And I want to read through the Bible in its entirety. Like I say it, I plan it every year, and then I just fall off. Like I don't do it consistently. So that's been my thing now. I got my study Bible, so I'm trying to do both. Like I'm listening to it while I'm reading it, and I'm just studying.
I like that. I like
I'm
doing
studying
that
a book at a time because I feel like if I'm hearing it and I'm seeing it, I will like understand it more and retain it better.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm going a book at a time. Right now, it's the Book of Esther.
Yep. So, I mean, these are just some of the things that we're trying to get right. As you said, physically, we want to make sure that we're healthy, make sure we pray. And my next one I want to get into, and we're actually doing good on time, about 22 minutes in right now. So, my next one is probably a little bit more vulnerable. I want to make sure I get rid of all... How do I say this? I want to make sure I get rid of all... I need to reconcile the things that bother me. I think that's my biggest thing. I need to reconcile feelings towards different people, feelings towards different situations. I think I really need to clear my mind and my heart of some things before I feel like God can bless me and I can go forward with some of the goals that I have in my life and for myself. I think I really need to address some of the things that really, kind of eat away at me. And so, and I guess that can be considered a spiritual journey as well.
Wow.
Just making sure that I'm clearing out my heart and my mind, because it's kind of hard to hear from God. It's kind of hard to receive anything from God if you have any type of ill will or malice or stuff like that into your heart or your mind. And the type of person I am, I forget. I don't say forget. I don't want to say forget. Yeah, I forget a lot of things, but I don't forgive a lot of things. You know what I mean? And so I can easily take people in situations out of my mind. I can do that with the ease, but I never forgive. You know what I mean? And so I can always have that.
I think
that
you
rough...
remove the yourself from the situation. You remove yourself from the people.
Right.
But you don't deal with it. You don't process through and get over it. Yeah, you just kind of like cut them off or like never talk to them again or just remove yourself entirely from the whole thing.
Yeah, and so it's been situations like that with with family, with friends, with just a bunch of different situations. With just with people in general, to where I'm the type of person, if you bring no positivity to my life, I have no problem leaving you alone. Like I don't, it's not a big deal to me. But At the same time, have I really reconciled? Even if I don't reconcile with the person, have I reconciled it with myself? You know what I mean? And so, because it's a reason why you're not in my life anymore. But have I reconciled it with myself? Because at the end of the day, I'm not really. It is bad to even say, me reconciling with people is not the top of my list. I guess is that the right way I want to say that? But me reconciling with the person or the people is not my and as you can see, I'm working through this thing right now. This ain't nothing we wrote out. This is something I'm
Yeah,
talking through right
and
now.
I appreciate you being like this open, like and
Yeah.
vulnerable.
I guess I'm saying I don't. Me reconciling with people is not a priority of mine. Me dealing with how I feel about it is the priority of mine. And so I feel, maybe I could be wrong about this, but I feel that I can reconcile that feeling without having to reconcile it with the people. And maybe that's not
Yeah,
the
I don't know if
healthiest
that's
way
the
to do
best
it.
way to look at it.
Yeah.
I feel like your goal should be to work on both. Like I feel like you should be able to. I mean, that reconciliation doesn't mean that they have to be in your life.
Right.
But I feel like a lot of situations, or if something arises with a person, instead of like talking it through with that person or even try to reconcile, you're just like, yeah, no, I'm not about to do this. You're cut
Pete,
off.
we talked
I'm
about
cutting you.
this for our devotional. Forgiveness devotion.
Yeah,
Forgiveness
yeah,
isn't about the other people, it's about you. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And so I just so I feel like and this is something I'm still working through, guys. So this is, again, we say this all the time on our podcast. We never say we have all the answers. We never say we're perfect people. We just say that we're like y'all. We're trying. We're trying to be the best people we can be. Trying to be the best parents, the best people, the best spouse. We're trying. So this is something that I'm trying to make sure I reconcile with with myself and try and really, because I feel sometimes I can get lost emotionally, and most of the time it's to myself. I can think about situations and I can get angry. I do all this other stuff, but I don't really express it to my wife. I kind of just like one, just to be even super duper transparent. I was thinking about a situation a couple of days ago, and I just felt like I was just really upset. I got really upset, and I'm thinking about it, and I was literally staring off into the wall. I was like staring at the wall, and I was staring at that wall for almost 15 minutes. And the reason I knew it was 15 minutes is because I was trying to record something, and the recorder just kept going, and so it was nothing happening for 15 minutes because I got that situation into my mind, and I started thinking about everything and replaying things and saying things to myself. I really got lost. For 15 minutes, I sat there staring at a blank wall, and my mind was just going. And so that means that shows that I'm still hurt by something, or I'm still upset about something, and I never really got over it. And so I really feel like I need to start getting over things because it's only hindering me from moving forward. And I've done a better job of doing and reconciling a lot of things, but at the same time, it's a lot more that I want to reconcile because I feel like my mental space, my emotional space needs to be cleared before I can try and receive or be a better person for my wife and my kids. Heck, for you guys, you know what I mean, and be the person that I can try and give you guys some clarity on some of the stuff that you're dealing with. I can't, I got to make sure that I'm right, and yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a live deep dive for you guys. That's not even something like
Yeah,
we're
I'm
just kind of
surprised
talking.
by this revelation.
Yeah, this is a live deep dive for you guys. So that's where I am right now, and I think that's one thing that I need to make sure I work on going forward in order to clear out some of the negativity, clear out some of the ill will, the ill feelings and stuff. I need to clear that stuff out before I can move forward, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've held on to a lot of things that kind of bother me or hurt me and stuff like that, and I just haven't dealt with them, and yeah, some stuff just really just eggs me, man, and so I'm working through some stuff, and but the great thing is God is working on me, but at the same time, it's just not paralyzing me either. You know what I mean? So it's the moments to where, like, I had the moment the other day where I'm staring off for 15 minutes, but then for months I'm cool. But it's that one moment of just like, man, I'm still mad about that.
So it kind of like resurfaces.
Right, yeah, because it's not like it's
Yeah, 'cause
controlling my life.
It's like not
It's
dealt
just,
with.
right, because it's not like it's controlling my life. It's just for that one moment it popped into my head and I got mad for like 15 minutes, but then I'm back to normal. So I don't want you guys to think that it's like, oh man, this guy every day he's on his mind. Like it really isn't. It's just like once in a blue moon, something will pop into my head and I get really, really upset. And then I'm back to normal. But again, those moments show that, okay, you got some stuff you still need to get over. You know, you got some stuff you need to reconcile. You got some stuff that you need to,
Deal with.
Deal with. So
heal from the hurt.
Right. Heal from
Yeah.
some stuff. So yeah, so that's where I am, and I want to make sure that I can clear out those things because I promise you guys, I'm probably the happiest I've ever been in my life at this present moment. Like. If 99.999, I'm like 99.9999998 happy in my life. And
Okay.
like that 1.02% is the ones that I want to clear out so I can be 100% happy because I truly am happy with my marriage. I'm happy with myself, happy with my job. Like I really am I'm a happy father. I really am happy in that great place, but I want to make sure that everything is good so I can really live an unhindered life.
Yeah.
So that's AP's
awesome.
deep dive for you guys, real quick on the podcast.
AP's deep dive. We gotta make that a segment.
That should be a segment. Yeah,
AP's deep dive. All right. So thank you
girl.
for that deep dive. Yeah, that's awesome, Boo, that you're acknowledging that and that you realize that that's an area that you need to work on.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like all about therapy, so I could always sign you up for therapy. All you gotta say,
Why I gotta pay somebody? I got you here.
I mean,
you got a psychology degree.
No, I mean, therapy has really helped me to work through. Like I started my emotional healing years ago with an amazing therapist that was a family friend, and man, she transformed my whole life. Like my whole life. Like. I mean, the woman that I am today, the mother, the wife, like, I was able to get help. She helped me process through my healing on a whole other level. So, you know, I'm all about therapy. My friends, I have one friend, she's always like, you're always trying to recommend somebody to go to therapy. You're always telling somebody about therapy. I'm like, look, because I live by it. Like, therapy legit saved me. From all the things and experiences I've been through. But yeah, I will sign you up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So
I'm good.
Yeah. So if it's something you want to process through, you let me know. I will sign you up so you could work through all of that. Because I think there's a lot of things that we could all, even listeners, could all agree that we need to work on and process through. And look, now is the time to work on your healing. You know, it's not like taboo anymore to go. I feel like before it was just like, oh, you in therapy, or are you crazy, or you got some extra issues. I feel like now people are more open to going to therapy and to working through, you know, their emotional or physical hurt that they've experienced. Yeah. All right. So how we doing time-wise? We're talked
good.
about healing our mind, healing our bodies. We talked about, I think for me, just career stuff that I'm working on. I really need to spring clean some career goals in my life.
Okay.
And to get on track with that. But I don't know if I could top the Aaron's deep dive. That was so deep.
Well,
I'm thinking about all the therapists I know that I could sign you up for. I can't even focus on any other area that I need to spring clean because I'm in wife mode right now. Like, how can I get my man some therapy so he can work through what he got to work through? Look, I'm trying for us to be living both healed, healthy lives. So, you know, I'm already like, oh, let me find out if this therapist available.
You know, there's different types of therapy, right?
Huh?
There's different types of therapy.
What do you mean?
some things you need therapy that can like there's different types of forms of therapy. There's like shock therapy. There's like
You're not gonna be shopping through your emotional hurt.
I said shock therapy.
Oh, shock! I thought you said shopping therapy. I'm like, we ain't shopping.
And there's also
therapy.
like physical touch therapy. Sometimes you need to be healed, but you can be healed. Like some people like Ayana like to hold people and like help them out and take them back to their childhood.
Okay, so who gonna be doing that?
You.
No. I don't know why you keep trying to tell me to give you therapy. You need a legit therapist. That's
You have a psychology
through. You
degree.
gotta work through all that childhood stuff. You gotta need to work through and whatever it is else that's bothering you. But anything else, Boo? I think we could wrap it up now. I hope that this podcast has helped you. It's got you thinking in some ways that you can spring clean some areas in your life too. If it's not for your physical home or your space around you. It could be
financial too. Like sometimes we need to make sure that we are financially set up too, so you can clean out the debt that you have. So this way you can start to save for that house, save for that car, save for that.
For us, save for the college.
College too. I was just about to say, our son is going to college in 4 years, 4 or 5 years. No.
4 years.
4 years. Yeah, September he'll be in ninth grade. So we got 4 years to make sure that we are putting aside all the money we need to make sure that this boy doesn't have these student loans that we have. So we had to spring clean some of the debt that we have to make sure we can get him together. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of things that we can clean up in our lives. We're gonna put a bow on this thing. It's a lot of things we can clean up in our lives. There's a lot of things that, and they be spiritual. There's a lot of things God wants us to let go, so that we can grow in Him. And so, what are some of the things we want you to think about? Some of the things that you are trying to clear out so that you can, make the best of your life. Is it a weight thing? Is it forgiveness? Is it, what's some
financial?
Is it financial? Is it spiritual? Yeah. Is it what are
parenting,
the things
we need to work on some parenting tips.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you need to clean up right now in your life? And I want you to get them in your mind.
Relationships.
Relationships. Reconciling
healing
things
from hurt.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you want to get cleaned up so that you can make sure you live in the best version of you for this year and beyond? And so I want you to write them down. If you want to share them, definitely share them. You can put in the comments on our Instagram page. I'm going to put a post up soon. You can excuse me, y'all. We can put it on our YouTube. We're going to stream this as well. But yeah, just think of some of the things that you want to just clean up. And so we pray and we stand with you guys, and we know that better is always coming. And so we want you to be encouraged, stay encouraged, and let God lead you, and just make sure that you can be the best version of you. That's what we love to do here. We want to be the best version of ourselves, and we want to implore you guys to do that as well. So if nobody else tells you, we love you, we know you can do it, and you are capable to be the best version of you that you can be. Just go ahead and go out and do it. Nobody's stopping you but you. You can do it. All right? Yes. Anything else before we...
I just wanted to add, pray about that thing and then attack it. Do the work. Pray and then do the work. That's my motto. Pray about it, whatever area I need to work on, make sure I'm covering that thing in prayer, and then I'm actually getting up and putting in the work.
That's right. All right, y'all. Thank y'all, family. We love you guys so much. Thank you for joining us here on AP and Toy Podcast. If you have not already, make sure you go over to our YouTube page, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go to our Instagram, AP Toy Podcast on Instagram, AP Toy on TikTok.
Comment. Let us know.
Yeah, comment,
let us know if
Make
this
sure
was
y'all
a good
there.
podcast
We got a couple of
for
comments
you.
last time. People hit us up and said how much they enjoyed the last podcast. We appreciate you guys. But make sure you guys
DM us for prayer.
Yeah, prayer requests, whatever it is. We're on
we can
social
pray
media
for
all
you.
week, so just holler at us. We're very, very reachable. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank y'all. Share the podcast with somebody that may need it on today. And we'll speak to you guys real soon. We love you. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
I remember so clearly. It seems like just the other day. We were two kids falling in love.